steps how to overcome this destructive fear. Last week we looked at 3 of those steps. Anyone remembers what those steps are? The first step was identify the area of your fear. What is it that you are afraid of? Let me tell you. You know, we are afraid if somebody is late in coming. We feel afraid. What's happened? Why is that person late? We are afraid. Now, I'm afraid of driving a car. Yeah? I've never driven a car. Now, I'm afraid of that. I told you I was afraid of water. So, first of all, identify the area of your fear. Some are afraid of sleeping alone, right? They must always have someone with them. Some are afraid of sleeping in the dark. They must always have the light on. Does it sound familiar? Some are afraid of examination. So, first of all, identify the area of your fear. Number 2, what is now the number 2 step? Anybody remembers? Yes, very good. Find out the origin of that fear. Because if you will really dig deep, you will come across 1 or 2 incidents. Those incidents may not have been so fearful, but over time, they escalate and they become very powerful. So find out the origin of the fear. You know, there is a game called dominoes. You put these dominoes one inside, one in front of the other, and you make huge, intricate designs. Some of them make a design inside a room, huge one. Then you just tap the first one. And what happens? That hits the next hits the next, and soon they are all falling down. Yeah? That's called the domino effect. One affects the other. So find out the origin of that fear. I had shared with you how my fear of water was due to the fact when I actually tried to find the origin that once as a very small girl, I was nearly drowned in a river. And ever since then, I have been afraid of water. Why am I afraid of driving? Yeah? I tried to find the origin, and my origin is that same drowning incident. Ever since then, I want to feel the ground under my feet. Then I feel safe. If there is no ground under my feet, I feel I lose control and I'm afraid. So when I sit in a car, my feet are not on the ground. Once I told Dr. Williams, if you were to make 2 huge holes on the floor of the car and I could put my feet on the ground, I'll drive. Because I'm afraid that I have no control over the car and the car will turn where I don't want to. And also something happened. Once I was being taught how to drive, and you know, the worst person who can teach you how to drive is somebody from your own family. Your daddy teaching you to drive? Horrible. My husband teaching me to drive. And you know, he was going, press the gear, press the gear, press the clutch, release the clutch. And I was petrified. And ever since then, I know the theory of driving so well that I taught my daughter how to drive by telling her the theory. My dear, press the clutch, press the accelerator, press the accelerator slowly, release the clutch slowly, change the gear. All the theory I know. And I taught my daughter how to drive, and she's driving. But I'm still scared. Irrational fear, silly fear, paralyzing fear. Fortunately for me, I had a husband who drove me, then I had a son who drove me, and now I have a driver who drives me. Thank God. Praise you. Anyway, so the second thing is find out the origin of that fear. Maybe you are afraid of your mathematics paper. Maybe there was a mathematics teacher who scolded you and said, how foolish you are. You don't understand this simple thing. And ever since then you have hated mathematics. Or maybe there was a paper, you failed miserably in mathematics and your parents scolded you. You failed in mathematics. And ever since then you are afraid of mathematics. So find out what is the origin of that fear. Now number 3 step, who remembers? I spoke about it. Yeah? The third step is there is an enemy who speaks lies to us. In fact, in the Bible, Satan is called the father of lies, and he speaks lies to you. So the third step is identify the lies which your enemy tells you. So these are the first 3 steps. Find out the area of your fear, investigate and find out the origin of that fear, and then find out the lies which the enemy tells you. Let me tell you another story. I got a lot of stories of my fear. I have always slept alone. From childhood I was kept in a separate room. I've always slept in the dark. I'm not scared of the dark. I'm not scared of sleeping alone. I got so many incidents, I don't know which one to tell you. Anyway, this is about 45 years ago. I was young, I was married, I had a little baby. And my husband was in the Air Force. We were living in an Air Force camp. Now you know Air Force camps are very secure. There is a wall around, there is a gate, there are guards. No fear, absolutely. Then my husband fell sick, and he was very sick. And he was admitted in the hospital. This was in Chennai. And the hospital was about 10 miles away, about 13 kilometers away. Now to go and see him every day, I had to walk 1.5 miles from the camp to the electric train station, because there were no rickshaws, no transport, nothing available. So I had to walk. With that little baby, I would walk, catch the train, then go to St. Thomas Mount, get down there, take a rickshaw, go to the hospital, see him during that 1 hour of visiting hour, then get back and same way reverse. But this time I'd get a rickshaw from Tamram to Madam Bakam camp where I used to stay. And then because it was Chennai, and Chennai, you know, they have 3 weathers, hot, hotter, hottest. And this was the hotter season. So we used to sleep outside. We didn't have ACs. Fans were there, but the fan air was very, very hot. One thing nice in Chennai, after 5 o'clock, the sea breeze blows. And the sea breeze is so cool. And so we all used to sleep in the veranda, not in the room, so that we would get the sea breeze. Lot of mosquitoes, so we would have the mosquito net and sleep in the veranda. And I would come home with my little baby and sleep in the veranda. I love reading, so before sleeping I must read. And so I'd have the light on and I'd be reading, no fear, nothing. I'm fearless that way. One day what happened? I had nothing to read. So coming back on the station, I said, let me pick up a magazine. And you know what magazine I picked up? It was called True Detective. I like detective stories. So I picked up True Detective Stories. And when I went and lay down at night to read, those were the stories of America, gangsters, shootings, killings, slashing. Oh, horrible stories. And you know what happened to me? I started feeling scared. So I took my little baby and I went inside and I closed the doors and the windows, pulled the curtains so nobody could see me from outside, and I went inside the hot room and I lay down. You see the lies of fear. Stories of America. And I am in a safe place in Chennai, 45 years ago, very safe, inside a guarded camp, and I am feeling scared. Irrational. Lies of fear. The devil, the Satan speaks lies. Now let me come to the next step today. Area of fear, the birthplace of this fear, the lies the enemy tells you. Here's a scenario for you. Your friend says, I'll call you this evening. Now evening comes, you are waiting for your friend's phone call. Yeah? No phone call happens. And now night comes and you start wondering, what happened? Didn't call. Maybe something bad happened. Maybe he was in an accident. Maybe he got hit. Maybe he was lying by the side of the road crying out for me. And I did not call me. What do I do? The lies. Or you'll say, see, my friend couldn't even think of me, got so busy with others, started enjoying himself or herself, didn't even bother to call me, having fun, doesn't bother about me. What kind of a friend? See the lies the enemy tells you. Here's another scenario. You feel in your heart, I hear every day, and I want to follow Lord Jesus Christ. Now see the lies the enemy will tell. If you follow, what will happen? Your friends will leave you. They'll start making fun of you. Oh, they will start calling me names. My family may not like it. They may make fun of me. They may even get angry with me. They may even turn me out of the house. See the lies the enemy tells you. The enemy whispers deceit in our mind. Now remember, when he speaks to you, the Bible calls him the father of lies.